Well, good morning, everybody. This is Ron. In this video, I'm going to take you out to our local airport to do an air show today. Well, it's not really an air show, but once a year, the Crossville Memorial Airport, which is owned by the city of Crossville, Tennessee, by the way, has an open house. It's always the first Saturday of October. And I've missed going to it for several years here and there because of work obligations, but now that I'm retired, I'm able to partake more often. It's not a big air show, but what I thought I would do is I'd take you along today and so you can see what it's all about. Now, sitting at my house last night and early this morning, I was trying to decide what camera I was going to take and what lens I was going to take. And I had thoughts of using the Nikon Z8 with the 24-120 f4. I'd also thought about using the Nikon Z6ii with the 24-120. And when I picked up the Z8 and had the 24-120 on, I said, that's kind of heavy to be carrying around today for a small air show. Why don't I just take the Nikon Z50ii? So that's what I did. I put the 24-120 on the Nikon Z50 Mark II. Now, what does that give me? It gives me reach. It gives me from 36 millimeters to 180 millimeters f4. So that ought to be plenty of MMs to capture what I need to capture today. A lot of the aircraft here are static displays and what have you. But I have a bonus for you, okay? The bonus is this. I also brought my Tokina 11-16 f2.8 with the FTZ2 adapter. Now, this is a used lens that I picked up recently locally off of Facebook Marketplace for $120. There was a time that I had a Tokina 11-16 lens several years ago to f2.8 and used it quite a bit. So one of the reasons I picked up the Tokina 11-16 f2.8, well, one was price. I got it for $120 and this thing was mint, okay? It is the DXii, what Tokina calls the DXii, which means it has the built-in focusing motor, so I can use it on my D500 if I want to, or I can use it on any of my mirrorless cameras via the FTZ adapter. So if you're going to get one of these lenses, make sure you get the DX2 version 2 and read about it. You can read about it. I read about it over on Ken Rockwell's site. He has a review, and I put a link in the description of the video to his review on the Tokina lens. So I brought it to the air show today so I could do some close-up testing with it and some what I like to do is exaggerated wide angle shots sometimes. So that's one of the reasons I brought it with me today. So stay tuned. We're going to go up here to the air show. And by the way, one bonus about this air show, it's free. It don't cost a dime to go into it. That's what I like. So I'm supposed to meet up with some of the Cookeville Camera Club members here today that signed up to go along. And I may run into them, I may not. We don't really have a set place or anything to meet, but there was a sign up on the website for them to come to this event today. I mean, I like to share these local events with people because, a lot of times you don't have to go very far to get great photographs, okay? Like, it's only like 10 miles out to the airport from my house, so it's not far at all. So, hey, it's a bonus. Let's go to the airport, okay? As you can see, they shuttle them in and out on tractors. Anyways, we just got off the trailer here. They brought us all the way down the runway from the other end, which is a treat to be out on this runway. And for a little town, Crossville's got a pretty good sized airport. Anyways, the lady back there just gave us a quick briefing on where to walk and not walk so we don't get hit by an airplane. So anyways, we're gonna go over here and check it out. Well, they're giving plane rides today. They want $40 in cash. And I was going to do it, but I don't have $40 in cash with me. I should have stopped at the bank. Maybe they got an ATM up there I can use. Plane ride, but they don't take cards. And I went looking for an ATM, and there's no ATM out here. But the helicopter rides, which are $5 cheaper, they do take cards. So that's where we're at. We're going to take a helicopter. Isn't that cool? I just did a helicopter ride. Been a long time since I've been in one, probably 20, 25 years ago I was in one. So it's a short ride. Would like to have a little bit longer ride, but it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed that. So Tennessee Highway Patrol has got one of their Bell Jet Rangers out here. Pretty cool. Let's go take a look at it. You'd have to ask permission. I was watching this photographer take some pictures of some fair queens, and I thought I recognized him, and it was. His name's Woody. He lives here in Crossville. Been a long time since I've seen him. I said, hey. So let me give you a quick tip about this kind of photography. Number one, if you have a wide angle lens, bring it, like my Tokina 11-16 f2.8 DX2. As far as shutter speed goes, today on the Z50 Mark II, I'm running about 1/1600 of a second at f8, and my ISO is at 500. I've got that locked in manual. Now, one more tip. If you're doing video, I'm sorry, If you're trying to capture the movement of the propellers on the airplane, here's my trick for you, okay? Put it in auto ISO, f8, and drop your shutter speed down to 1/100th or even 1/120th, and you'll capture the blur of the props on the planes that are turning. That's a tip for you right there. Also too, one more tip, if you can help it, especially on a sunny day like today, shoot with the sun behind your back. So when you approach the airplanes like this one right here, make sure the sun is behind your back. You're going to get some reflections, but your lighting will be a lot better. Those are just some tips I thought I'd give you. The important tip was prop blur. Bringing your shutter speed down to 1/100th, 1/120th, somewhere around there would work. You don't need to go any slower than that. You can handhold that. And then F8 and put it on an auto ISO, let the ISO float. That would be the quickest way to do that.
Yeah, once I get done, then you can go inside and pay.
Yeah, you take their credit card number and
He's
we keep it on file. Okay. So that if we need, a trip to the Bahamas or something like that, we've got a card available. Yeah.
We got one right here getting ready to start up. Let's see what kind of pictures I can make of that starting its engine up. Hopefully it'll be a lot of smoke. Let's find out. Hey! He's gonna start up. So I was just trying some more of that prop blur. Let me make a correction in the video here. You can do 1/100th, 1/250th. I think 1/250th will work pretty good. And just adjust your, I would use an aperture f8 and adjust your ISO, put it on auto with the ISO float. So I just want to make a correction about that earlier in the video, what I said. You can go down to 1/100th. I think 1/250th looks better. Just like this silver plane right here in the video I'm going to show you. It was 1/250th, I believe, and I'll tell you what the aperture was. You can be the judge on how much prop blur you want. I think showing the prop movement is a big plus in your photograph, okay? And when I was out here several times before, I got some pretty good prop blur photographs. Let me show you some of those older photographs that I got several years ago. I mean, wasn't that DC3 cool with the guy hanging out the window waving at you? I thought that was pretty neat. that's about going to do it for our air show here in Crossville. Well, open house. It's not really an air show. It's like a fly-in type of deal. They do some things. You get to see some airplanes fly. There's not a whole lot of flying going on today, and I don't know why, because it's almost perfect conditions. Anyways, we're going to go back over here and find the tractor and get a ride back to the pickup truck.
Let's go. Dog, I see it.
Okay, that's going to about do it for the Crossville Memorial Airport open house for October the 4th, 2025. There wasn't a lot of planes out flying today, but I did get a lot of static photographs. If you got any questions about doing this kind of photography, or you want to know what aperture settings, or even if you want me to share a few photographs with you, I don't mind doing that. Leave me a comment in the video and I'll be glad to do that. Get those photographs to you so you can check them out. I used the Nikon Z50 Mark II all day long. I switched between the Tokina 11-16 f2.8 DXii lens, which is a crop sensor lens made for f-mount. And I put the FTZ adapter on there to accommodate that. I also used the 24-120, the Nikon 24-120 f4 S-line lens some too also today. So there you go. Thanks y'all for watching the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Let's go home and get something to eat.